Hello, this is Orieliel Watcher, and today I would like to talk about Reiki. Orieliel Watcher is my pen name. I am a Reiki Master under the name Chantal Cash, and I'm also a certified hypnotist. There have been several requests from me to do a Reiki video or more Reiki videos and discussing various topics of Reiki. And I just want everyone to know that the true potential of Reiki is a lot like a limitless pill. And whatever you put into Reiki, you're going to get back. You're gonna get it back for yourself as well. So whatever you put into it, you're gonna get back tenfold what you put into it. I would like to begin and start with a little bit of Reiki. We do the long distance symbol to send Reiki out. And in the music, in the background music, is my voice and some sound effects that I've come up with, and I do use Reiki to create as well. What a wonderful way to start the day. You can pretty much attune anything to Reiki, and I have some items here that I would like to show, and this is like show and tell. So this is a crystal gun. It's also known as a Japanese law, and I use this when dispersing Reiki, and often it is used in session for a healing session, and you can put Reiki into any stone, any object really, but for this purpose it's for healing. And you know, I really love this one simply because it's bigger and it's more like a typical, what they call a laser gun would look like. So you can pour Reiki into something like this, and you can never put enough Reiki into it. Now today I am dressed like a wolf. For those children or younger people who might be watching, we are going to do a little bit of Reiki for animals. Some of you may know that my daughter and I write books together, children's books, and we are just about finished with our children's totem book. And the wolf totem is extremely important in our family, and my possible future son-in-law got me these. And I really love, first of all, I live in Minnesota and it's extremely cold here. In fact, it's really cold that in this room where I do a lot of my recordings, it's cold in here. So another thing I did want to talk about is herbs. Now I have a mortar and pestle, and while you are crushing your herbs, you can put Reiki into the herbs. So as I'm crushing these herbs, we got some clover, and onion, and garlic, and some peppermint, and I'm now sending Reiki into the herbs. And this could be used in a medicine bag. This could also be used in, you could put it into something else that could be used in something, and it's very beautiful. And I just feel now that it has Reiki, it has more potential for the healing remedy that it could possibly be for someone. So, injecting Reiki into your herbal concoctions and remedies. That also includes using essential oils, and you can put Reiki into the oil drops for a more effective measure. So, I'm really feeling the Reiki now. I did a video earlier. I looked really horrible in it, and I may post both. But the energy is a little different now. I ask that anything, anywhere that is affecting you negatively, I ask for a release for you by the beauty of the life force energy of the universe. With my eyes closed, I see gold, white light. I see golden bubbles and white bubbles and colorful bubbles. And it's very beautiful. The Reiki realms are very, very beautiful. Another thing that you can attune are wands. I have quite a few actually, but I only grabbed a few. I have this long one, and this is pretty much what I consider a tool, a teaching tool, and I use in Reiki class, but I also use as an extension when sending Reiki. This is mulberry and leather grip with a crystal tip, and I often charge the tip by putting my hand on this like so. You can also charge jewelry. This is a piece that I made, and I specifically applied Reiki to this piece while making it. And with that said, you can charge your bracelets, you can charge your rings, you can charge your earrings, you can charge your glasses if you're wearing glasses. I can put Reiki energy into my hat, and quite frankly, you can put Reiki into anything. A book you're reading, the bed you sleep on, the room. You can clear a room with Reiki, and it's best to do this quite often, simply because you really want to keep your personal space clear of negative energies. Now, you can Reiki attune an instrument. Let's see, can I get it good? I have to really focus to get a good beat. And quite frankly, you know, when I am working with my drum, I am also sending Reiki into the heart of the music. And I can do Reiki into the drum beat. You notice there's quite a difference. So, when you are working with your instruments as a musician, you can also Reiki your voice box as well. And in this case, I have small crystal points on the ends. And this is a Tibetan quartz, and this is green tourmaline. So both have significant purposes. We have red birch and elder. So I really work with the different woods, and each wood has its own personality, so to speak. So you will get a feel for that, but they make wonderful drumsticks, so you know. And the leather on the end, you know, awesome. So, finally, the last two things I'd like to talk about is for those who work with swords, knives. A lot of people believe that your sword or your knife is like an extension of yourself, and in many cases it really is. I personally was given this by a student, a Reiki student, and you know, it's not something I really play with often, but I keep it dull. It's more for ritualistic purposes and, you know, strengthening your chi and working with an object that you can become one with. Now, there's a lot of stories about warriors, and, you know, I believe you can be a Reiki warrior. And so to me, this sword simply represents the power of a Reiki warrior. And you can put Reiki into, like I said, anything. But imagine as a swordsman or a swordswoman, and you're actually very proficient at it when you're using Reiki for that reason, you are creating more strength, and you and your sword become one. And the energy between you is synchronic, it's synchronicity. I can't say that word today. Okay, so finally, I have enough time to talk a little bit more about some other things. I'm keeping an eye on the music. I'm using that as my timer today. So, singing bowl, it is another instrument that I use, and I mostly use my vocal cords. And before I decide to sing, I put Reiki into my voice, and I often will put Reiki into whatever it is I'm using to create sound. Wow, that was unique with the music, resonance. We have had some spiritual activity, and I am fully aware that these souls are wanting some attention, so. Hunshase shonen, mandia latuta tsepta patoshka anda, batalea, chukure, seheki, and we send love and light. And we ask that sovereign beings that may be present, sovereign angels, sovereign elementals, sovereign deities, any sovereign beings, you are welcome to join us on this journey today with Reiki, and please send your energy into the heart of this video as well. As many of you know, I talk about sovereignty, and I believe that we need to create ourselves in a more sovereign fashion. We need to recreate ourselves. We can't believe everything that we're told. Reiki's helped me become sovereign. It helps expand your mind and consciousness. It's truly a beautiful thing. And the more you do it and the more you apply it to your daily life and everything around you, the simplest of things become wondrous, fascinating, mysterious. Such a beautiful sound. Sending love and light to all of you. Sending love and light to all of you. Wherever you are, fill yourself up with love and light. And if you live in the shadows, it's okay to peek out once in a while. Don't let life's obstacles get in your path of your dreams. Aho.